All right, everybody, welcome back to the Boys Talking Ball podcast with Matthew Riekhof as the host, and then two of the other hosts with Joseph Steele and Jackson McMahan. Jackson, you were not in the last episode. Do you want to kind of introduce yourself, get things rolling here?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So, like you said, I'm Jackson McMahan. Just like them, I'm from the Kansas City area. Favorite sport, baseball. It's easy. Been playing it since I was 5, following it ever since. Favorite teams, Royals, Chiefs, Mizzou Tigers, and then the San Antonio Spurs. Kind of a curveball, but used to watch Tim Duncan all the time, which is going to segue into my favorite athlete, Tim Duncan. Most boring player of all time, but man, I loved watching him play. Man.
Jackson, who is your pick for AL Rookie of the Year?
So this player had a little bit of time up in the majors last year, but unfortunately got hurt. I'm going with Jacob Wilson of the Athletics. I am in love with this kid. Obviously, he's not great at hitting the off speed. He excels at hitting sinkers and fastballs, though. If he can just figure out how to hit the off speed, he's going to be a problem. I mean, he's also only hitting the ball to the opposite field like 20% of the time, but that's something you can work on, easily fix. His defense isn't great. I think his outs above average was -3 or something like that.
Close.
If he can fix that up, just like Bobby Witt Jr. did in his second year, I think he can run away with this AL Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I like the speed too, and I'm gonna exactly go with Jackson. I just sent him a picture. I have that in my notes as well. Jacob Wilson is also my pick for AL Rookie of the Year. He got big time injury. Dude looked good. He's got some speed as well on him. He's a pretty lengthy guy. He's pretty skinny, but you pretty much summed it up all for me. I mean, the dude's got everything with him. I mean, he can play defense, great glove. He's got a good bat. He's pretty clutch. I think he have some crazy game last year. I think he had like 4 or 5 RBIs in like his second or third game. Yeah, I think he popped off. And seeing that injury, I mean, not great, but I love the odds for him this year. Okay, all right. So for this section, for today's episode at least is what I mean. We are going to be going over some MLB stuff. Joe, do you want to kind of go into detail about what we're going over today?
Yeah, we're gonna be going over our division picks. So spring training's just getting underway, so we're gonna pick our division winners who we think are gonna win the division, and we're also gonna be picking some award winners for the end of the season.
Sweet. Leading off of that, do you want to start us off with your AL MVP pick?
Yes. So for my AL MVP pick, a guy that I thought should have won AL MVP last year, if not Aaron Judge having a ridiculous season, that would be Bobby Witt Jr.
Yes, sir.
He's
Great pick.
Great pick. Hometown kid for us, Kansas City Royals. He's everything you want a baseball player on and off the field. A guy that you know every day is going to be there at shortstop and give everything he has to trying to get the W.
Yeah, completely
Absolutely
changed
love
this
Bobby
Royals
Witt.
team, man. I mean,
Absolutely love him.
Yeah,
For sure.
Wow. Alrighty.
Great pick.
Jackson, do you want to go straight into your pick for the AL MVP this year?
Absolutely. So this guy's actually in a contract year. I think he's going to ball out. Going up north, I'm going with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. as my AL MVP.
Ooh,
That's nice. I like that.
I like that. I like that.
I think he's going to ball out. He's upset that he didn't get the contract extension. The Blue Jays apparently were nowhere near. He even came down on his initial ask, and they still weren't able to get it done. So I think he's going to ball out this year, and he's going to secure that MVP.
I like that. So my pick, I wouldn't say was too hard. I was debating between two people. I really liked Jordan this year. I really liked Jordan this year. I like what he can do there and just working into that. But I'm gonna follow with Joe. Man, Bobby Witt Jr. Easily. I absolutely. Witt. I mean, that's the easiest pick I can go with. I've been saying it. I think he should have won it last year. I think Aaron Judge deserved it, but I also think Bobby Witt Jr. deserved it more than him. It was a complete showcase last year of skills by both of them, especially when we played every single time. It was terrifying to watch him step onto the damn field. I hated it. All right, we're going to move on there. Joseph, do you want to start us off again? Next topic, going into your pick for the AL Cy Young.
Yeah, so AL Cy Young, I debated between a couple guys. Cole Reagans, I think, is going to have a great year. Tariq Skubal, I mean, talk about just gross stuff. But I went with Garrett Cole. I think something about Garrett Cole, I think he's gonna do it for the Yankees. They're gonna need him to really step up with losing some of their pitching. I just think he's gonna be the ace for them, and he's gonna post a pretty good season.
I like that pick. I like that pick.
I like it. I like it.
Jackson, you stepping in?
I am. So Joe actually talked about him for a little bit. I'm going with Cole Reagans. I think the thing with Cole Reagans is obviously he's got that fastball and he's got great movement on all of his stuff, but he can locate really well, which is something I'm a little concerned about with Garrett Cole as he gets older, which Garrett Cole was my number 2. But Cole Reagans, man, we saw it last year. He's a dog. I think he's going to get it done this year, especially with Corbin Burns being in
Right?
Arizona now. Right? Is that right? Yeah, I think that probably would have been his biggest competition. But yeah, I think Cole Reagans is bringing it home.
He looked good today. Fastball
looked
was
great today.
sitting 98 today the whole time, so that was a good sign.
He looked great today.
Royals looking good all spring, man. I'm excited. I am going to go against both of you. My top 2 were Reagans. I liked Reagans a lot. Man, what a steal. Speaking of.
Oh,
my God.
Fleece the Rangers.
Shout out Texas.
Yeah, take Aroldis. Thank you, sir. Thank you. What a pickup that offseason was, getting Cole Reagans for freaking Aroldis Chapman. But switching up, I'm going Tariq Skubal. I love Skubal. I actually kind of like the Tigers this year. I like Riley Green kind of popping off a little bit. But Skubal is my go-to here. I mean, absolutely dominant against 99% of the teams in the league. Great pitch mix. Dude can locate. He's got, 100? He's throwing 100 consistently.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, he gets up there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping he stays healthy. That's going to start kicking him in the butt at some point. We saw it with Reagans this year a little bit, drop off of speed, but I think he has the metrics and the gear to work through all that. So moving on again. Joseph, who is your AL Rookie of the Year pick?
So we're in spring training, not going to really know exactly yet what rookies will be with the big league clubs to start out the year. But a guy I'm pretty confident in, and he is going to be teammates with Matt's pick of the Cy Young, Tariq Skubal. That would be Jackson Jobe of the Detroit Tigers. He got a little bit of action last year. He's a closing pitcher. He's a former, I believe, number 3 overall pick. He was a first round pick for them out of high school. Guy's got gross stuff. At AAA last year, he pitched 73 innings and he had a 1.95 ERA. I think that pitching staff, they're going to be in a lot of close games, and I think he'll be able to shut down the hitters and close out a lot of games for him.
Yeah, I'm in on that Detroit team, man. I don't know why.
They're good.
They're good. I think they have
They got a good manager. They're good.
Alrighty, Jackson, do you want to move on to do you want to move on to your pick for breakout player this year?
Yes, I do. So for the AL, I have recently acquired for the Houston Astros, I have Isaac Paredes. He's built for that park. I mean, the Crawford boxes, he's going to hit at least 20, 25 home runs just to the Crawford boxes alone. Defense, I don't. If he can clean that up, I think he'll be really good. I'm in love with Isaac Paredes in Houston, man. He's gonna feed off of those Crawford boxes.
Yeah,
I like that.
100%.
Joseph, all year
All
forward,
right,
man.
I'll go. My AL breakout player of the year. Maybe not necessarily a guy that wasn't a great pitcher, but guy that's going to be on a new team right now. Garrett Crochet of the Red Sox.
Love that pick.
I believe the Red Sox acquired him in a trade, and I think he's going to be an ace there for them. His if he can stay healthy, he's got a lively fastball with a great mix of like a slider and a changeup. I think he could be a potential Cy Young candidate for the Red Sox.
No, I
Love it.
like that a lot. That's
Love
a
that.
great pick. Red Sox, man. They have a chance this year. I
hmm
really
They
like
do.
the
do.
Red
They
Sox.
do.
Yeah. Alrighty, for me, I did not do this one, but just off the top of my head, personally, I think with a down year last year, did not play great. Started the year really hot. I think he had a home run in the first game. Mikel Garcia.
He did.
I like that.
Yeah,
First at bat.
yep. I think his first at bat of the year took it over the left field wall.
Yes,
Straight
sir. Into the bullpen.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
changed up his stance a little bit. It looks good.
Yeah, so did MJ.
Does.
Very, very excited for this team. I think we could take
Dude.
a bigger step this year if all goes to plan. All right.
Dude, that triple Michael had against the Dodgers in spring training. Oh,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Straight right gap, huh?
hmm
Yep.
Yep.
Took it oppo.
Beautiful.
I loved that. I miss, man, his rookie year.
He's got so much potential. He's got so many tools. He's quick. He's got pop. He doesn't have the greatest glove, but he doesn't have a bad glove. Like
I think he has a damn decent glove. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think.
Yeah.
Did he make many errors this year? I don't think.
I think I think it was maybe a little bit of a learning curve with switching from shortstop to third base, but other than that, I think he's great.
Yeah. For sure.
All right, switching up that topic a little bit again, sliding over to the NL. Jackson, who is your pick for NL MVP this year?
All right. This guy, he just got traded to this team. I'm just high on this team in general, but I'm really high on this player. I got Kyle Tucker winning NL MVP.
Great pick.
I loved Kyle Tucker in Houston. He's going to thrive in Wrigley. Is he playing in the outfield for the Cubs? I'm not too sure.
I'm not
I'd
sure.
assume
I
he
don't
would.
think so.
I'd
question.
assume he would. If not, even if
Yeah.
he's a DH, I think he's going to go for 40, 45, even 50 home runs. He's going to have 110 plus RBIs. He's going to have a monster year. I'm so high on Kyle Tucker.
Alrighty, Joseph. Moving on to you. Who is your pick for NL MVP this year?
There's a couple guys I could have gone with, the guy out in LA, a couple guys out in LA that could definitely win it. Ohtani, Betts, Freeman. If I went with a guy that was in the NL, now he's back in the NL, that would be Juan Soto.
Pick.
Coming off the biggest contract in sports history. This guy, he's a pure hitter. He can get a walk. He doesn't strike you out. He can hit it oppo. He can pull it. He can go dead center. He can get a single if he needs to. I think he is maybe the best hitter in baseball. So Juan Soto is going to win MVP in his first year for the Mets.
Love that
I
pick.
like it.
It's a good pick. I'm going to stay short and simple. Shohei Ohtani coming back into the scene. You already know. He's going to start pitching again. I know. I have to keep it a little short and simple
Basic.
here. Yep, very basic. I think that's the easiest pick, at least for me. I'm going to keep it simple. Definitely Shohei coming back to pitch. I mean, great pitcher, obviously. What we know, he's the modern-day Babe Ruth. I mean, he can swing. He can throw 100 when he needs to. It's just... I don't even
He
need
can
to
steal
say much
50
more.
bags.
Dude's just nuts. Nothing else to say from me. Alrighty, Joseph. Moving on again. NL Cy Young, who is your pick?
The guy that's also coming back to the National League, Corbin Burns. I'm very high on the Arizona Diamondbacks. I love everything that they're doing. They got a crazy good lineup. They're getting some solid pitching. I think Corbin Burns is going to do very well in that ballpark. They have a one of the bigger ballparks. I think them and the Royals have maybe two of the bigger ballparks. Pitcher's ballpark. Coming from Baltimore, which is usually not a pitcher's ballpark, I think he is going to thrive in Arizona.
Yeah, I like that pick a lot.
Like
I
it.
like that pick a lot. Jackson?
So for my NL Cy Young, I'm not high on this guy's team. I actually think they're going to miss the playoffs. I have Zach Wheeler as my Cy Young. Coming off debatedly his greatest year ever. I mean, he had 200 innings, 16 and 7, had a whip under 1. I mean, he is disgusting. I'm in love with Zach Wheeler. He doesn't get barreled. The exit velocities are not high. He's got insane movement. He's gonna get it done. The NL Cy Young really isn't as good as the AL as I think, so there wasn't really a lot of options. But Zach Wheeler, he's so good. I love Zach Wheeler. He's gonna get it.
I was gonna have an orgasm. Oh my goodness.
I am, bro. I'm so high on Zach Wheeler, just not high on his team.
No, I got you. Yeah. There was a few picks. I really liked both of those picks. I was actually between Chris Sale and Paul Skeens. And my pick did end up being Paul Skeens.
Good one.
Yeah, there's not really much to say about the guy, you know. I mean, he came in and dominated, his first outing, I think he had 10-plus strikeouts. I mean, dude is just good. I mean, movement is there. He can locate. He throws 100. Another guy that can just sit into one spot if he needs to, and he can. I mean, his pitches have movement. He's just good, and I'm very excited to watch this Pirates team this year. I think they have a big chance to possibly make the playoffs if all goes well, especially behind that pitching they have over there. So,
For sure.
Joseph, what are we thinking here?
For Rookie of the Year?
Yep, NL Rookie of the Year. Sorry, I blanked a little
NL Rookie of the Year. I'm going to go again with the Diamondback. Jordan Lawler. Am I saying that right? Or Lawler? Lawler. Jordan Lawler. So shortstop for the Diamondbacks. Came up in 23 for a little bit. Struggled a little bit, but everything he's done in the minors says he's going to be a great bat for them. He's got a pretty good glove, too. It was a toss-up between him and like Dylan Cruz for me. I think Dylan Cruz is also going to be great for the Nationals. Bad team, but he's going to be a great player. So I'm going to go with Jordan Lawler.
Jackson, let's hear you, buddy.
Dylan Cruz. I mean, it's just Dylan Cruz. NL Rookie of the Year race, not as great as it was last year when you had Merrill and Paul Skeens neck and neck pretty much the whole time. I'm insanely high on Dylan Cruz. He's one of the fastest players in the league. He squares the ball up well. He plays great defense. Nationals Park isn't very friendly towards hitters, but I think he's got enough pop in that bat to where he can get 15, 25 home runs, steal 35, 40 bags, maybe 5 outs above average. I don't think he'll contend for a Gold Glove, but I definitely think that he will win the NL Rookie of the Year.
I like that. All right, I guess I am up. My pick for NL Rookie of the Year, it's kind of an interesting pick. I felt kind of limited. I didn't really pay attention to NL ball last year, and I didn't really pay attention mostly to minor leagues at all, unfortunately. But I did pay attention to Drew Romo. He did not have a great year last year. I love the fact that he's a switch hitter. I also love the fact that he is in the Rockies ballpark, one of the friendliest ballparks in the country, if not the friendliest. And I'm also going to use this player as my breakout player for the NL. That was kind of my 2-pick there. I didn't really get time to look over a breakout player. But Drew Romo did not have a great year last year when he got his chances to play. And I really like the idea of him starting out hot and getting things going for that Rockies team.
I like it.
Joseph,
a lot.
Who was your breakout player?
There's a couple guys I was debating for the breakout player for the NL, but a guy that Jackson talked about this team a little bit. I think Pete Crow Armstrong is going to be the everyday center fielder now for the Cubs, and guy that's got a ton of speed. He is so fast, going to track down any ball in center field. I believe he's probably going to be batting leadoff or close to the top of the order for the Cubs. Gets on base a lot, can steal a lot of bags, got a little bit of pop. So I'll go Pete Crow Armstrong as breakout player.
I like that pick. I really like that pick. Pete's one of my favorite players. Great pick.
Change his number too. He's number 4 now. He doesn't have the shitty little 52 or whatever he was.
I think it was like 52 or 53. Yeah, it was weird. Jackson, moving on to you. Who is your breakout candidate in the NL?
This one was kind of tough because, like Joe said, you got Pete Crow, Armstrong. Could have gone with what's that guy from Pittsburgh, the pitcher, Jared Jones. What's that guy?
Yep.
Is that his name?
Yep.
Could have gone with him, but I went with a guy. I went with Matt McLean. I really like him now that Jonathan India is in Kansas City. He'll be the full-time second baseman. He just knows how to hit the ball. He doesn't really chase. He chases it a lot, but he doesn't strike out. He's fast. He's got good defense. I mean, pretty sure he's in like the top 2 percentile in fielding range. His arm strength isn't great, but doesn't matter. He's at second base.
Yep.
He barrels the ball a lot. He creates runs. He only had 16 homers last year, but I think he'll get up to 20. Only 14 stolen bases. He's fast. We know this. He's going to get up to 25. I think he'll hit above 310 this year. He only hit 290 last year, but I think he can get to that 310 plus mark.
I like it. That's a good pick.
No, I like that a lot. Sorry, my dog is not having a good night right now, I guess. Good Lord. Alrighty.
Does he ever?
No, he does not. Unfortunately, no. He's not a fun dog. All right. Do you guys want to lead off the next ones? I'm gonna mute myself real quick.
All right. So now for the division picks, who we think is gonna win each division. We're gonna start off in the American League with the American League East. Now, always a good division. You got the Yankees, Red Sox, Blue Jays, Rays, Orioles. Red Sox added a lot of guys. Yankees lost some guys, but the team that I think is going to win it is going to be the Baltimore Orioles. They got so many good young guys. I think Jackson Holliday is going to find his swing, find his place in the lineup. Gunner's still going to be Gunner. Adley's still going to be Adley. They got some good pitching. They're moving that left field wall back in. I don't know why they moved it out. Now they're moving it back in.
Understand that.
Never understood
And
that.
so it's just going to be so much better for those hitters. So I'm going to go with the Baltimore Orioles winning the American League East.
Like that call.
I like it.
Jackson.
For my AL East division winner, I have the Boston Red Sox. Alex Bregman, he's absolutely going to thrive. He's going to hit so many home runs over that green monster. Yep. It's not even funny. Their pitching is insane. Bullpen is insane. Their lineup is disgusting. I am so high on the Boston Red Sox. I think they'll even get the 1 seed in the American League. I think they can do that, and I think they will. Boston Red Sox as my AL East winner.
I'm with Jackson on this one. I actually like the Yankees finishing third. I like the Yankees finishing third behind the Red Sox.
That's where I had them.
And then the Orioles as well. I actually am kind of lower on the Orioles this year. Not like as a team. I think that they're still going to finish well. I think that they're a good team. I don't think they made enough offseason moves. I don't think they did much in the offseason to help themselves. And losing Santander,
they had one of the worst off seasons.
Yeah, losing Santander is going to be crucial for them. But yes, I'm joining Jackson. I'm going the Red Sox. I love the pitching on that team. I love the Bregman signing. That green monster is going to be very friendly for a guy who likes to hit the ball 800 feet in the air. So yeah. All right.
Beautiful.
I'll start us off with the AL Central. Is it anybody but the Royals? I mean, this Royals team, I love what JJ Piccola's done. All he's done is go out and get guys without having to spend a lot of money. I love the Jonathan India trade, getting a leadoff hitter. I think Pasquantino, he stays healthy, he's going to be another 100 RBI. Bobby Witt Jr. is going to be an AL MVP candidate, and then you're arguably going to have maybe 2 Cy Young candidates in Cole Reagans and Seth Lugo if he can replicate what he did last year.
I like it.
It's a great pick.
Like it.
Oh, God, I wonder where we're all leaning on this one.
So for my AL Central pick, I actually didn't pick the Royals.
That hurts.
I picked the Minnesota Twins only if they can stay healthy. If they can have listen, if they can get a full season out of Correa, Buxton, and Royce Lewis, they will be such a hard team to beat.
Here's the problem.
I mean, that's
not going to happen.
It's
It's
asking for a lot. I know it's asking for a lot. In my notes, I said Twins, parentheses, if healthy, and then I put Royals. It's solely based on if those 3 players can stay healthy, they will win the division. They are so good. Obviously, though, that's not going to happen. All three of those guys are not going to play 145 plus games. You might not even get one of those guys playing 145.
Yeah.
With that being said, I have to say it's going to be the Royals because the Twins can't stay healthy. The Tigers, they're a scrappy team, but I feel like they're a little young, little inexperienced. Obviously, they did beat the Astros in the playoffs last year. Their core is still very young outside of Javi Baez, Tarek Skubal, and a couple other people. I think that the Tigers will finish in second, but I have either the Twins, if they stay healthy, or the Kansas City Royals.
I'm glad we're all on board with the Indians or Guardians. Sorry guys. Guardians finishing fourth.
Cancel.
I do not like Josh Naylor leaving. That's unfortunate.
Not at all. Not even getting traded.
Yeah.
That's a big
getting traded.
cultural loss for him too.
Yeah.
Good
Wait,
thing for the Guardians,
where
though,
did Bieber
getting
go?
rid of... Bieber's coming back. He re-signed.
Back.
My one thing about the Guardians, I will give them getting rid of... Who was it? Carrasco? What's his name? Jimenez. Getting rid of his contract. Huge for their long term.
Speaking of
Short term...
Anthony Rendon.
Cool. Get to that division next.
That being said,
Worst
Matt has the
contract in
Angels winning
sports
the West.
history, bro. What in the
Might be.
world? Oh my gosh.
100%.
Yeah, I think we all know my pick. Obviously, going with the Kansas City Royals. I do kind of like the offseason additions. I kind of wish we went a little bit more in. I like India. I kind of wish we did fully get like a big, true, like leadoff hitter, something sort of like Luis Ariz. That would have been huge. There was a little talk about that in the offseason.
Overrated.
That died in like maybe 5 seconds. So that
You know what I
did not
think was the
last.
best offseason move by the Royals was bringing back Ned Yost
Yes.
into the front office.
Huge.
Just a guy that's a winner, knows how to win. It's gonna bring a winning culture to that front office.
Great mentality as well. All the players loved him on that team. That's why they're so connected.
Yeah.
Oz and Moose and all them, they talk about it on their podcast
Yeah.
all the time, how connected that team was, what Yost did to them, how they were connected because of Yost. So, yeah, I mean, not much to say there. Kansas City, obviously. I love this team. Bobby Witt Jr.'s, as I said, he's going to win that MVP this year. I absolutely love the odds of this team taking off. World Series is a little far, but I do like the odds a little bit. I think if we can play the way that we did kind of in that middle of the year, end of the year phase, I think that team can really click and Royals can really make some splashes this year.
For sure.
Alrighty, moving on to what? The American League West?
The AL
AL
West.
West.
Sweet.
Yep. I'll start us
What are you
off.
thinking?
The AL West, Astros lost a lot of guys. They lost Bregman, they lost Tucker. Altuve's getting old. Jordan's kind of, I feel like he's going to be on his own a little bit there. So I'm going to go with the Texas Rangers.
Yeah. I feel like
2023
this is
World Series champs. It was just a weird year for him last year. I think they kind of were still on that World Series high, and like they weren't themselves. So Carlos Garcia wasn't himself. But they're getting DeGrom back. Hopefully he can stay healthy, because if you're a true baseball fan, you love to see DeGrom on the mound. So I think the Rangers are going to be pretty good. Watch out for the Mariners. I think they may be able to squeak in there.
Jackson, what do you think?
Segueing into the Mariners, I have the AL West division winner being the Mariners. I think they have the best rotation in baseball, and I really don't think it's close. If Julio Rodriguez can just play like second half Julio Rodriguez for the whole year, oh my God,
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what he would do. Randy Rosarena kind of sucked after the trade. What do they have? Is Mitch Garver still on the Mariners?
It's
Or
still
am I
Randy
thinking-
Rosarena, though.
Yeah.
It is still a Randy Rose. I've never really been high on him. I think he's been a merchant of the 2020 playoffs. I don't think he's really done anything crazy. But if he can at least channel 75% of 2020 playoffs Randy, even World Baseball Classic Randy, this team is going to be scary good. Like I said, they're pitching insane. Best rotation in the league. And I really think the only team you could argue is the Dodgers? Is that the only
Yeah.
team you could really argue? And even
I
then,
would say so.
I still think the Mariners have that rotation over them. So yeah, I'm going with the Mariners to win the West.
Yeah, mine was a little bit of a toss up there. I was definitely, I mean, obviously the two are the Rangers and the Mariners. I don't think really, obviously the Astros are getting old. That team's gonna kind of fall apart a little bit. I still like Jordan a lot, but yeah, also gonna go with the Mariners on this one. I love that rotation, great rotation. Like Jackson said, some of the best pitching in the league, if not the best pitching in the league. I also agree with what is his name? Like you said, Julio Rodriguez. If he can
Yeah.
just play normal ball and stop being so
Yep.
streaky all the time, even his rookie year. I mean, he played better his rookie year than he did last year, right? So, I
Yep.
mean, I think if he can just
Sophomore
stay on that trend a little bit, yeah, exactly, that sophomore slump. Speaking of C.J. Stroud, woof. But
Hey, that feels like a personal attack.
it was. I'm sorry you drafted him in the second round, buddy. That was an
Hey,
unfortunate
buddy,
L
just
there.
wait. He's gonna come back even better next year. Just you wait.
But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Randy. I like what he can bring to that team. I like his mentality. He's always been a good mentality guy. And another player is Jorge Polanco, still on the Mariners.
He re-signed for a
That's
year,
what I
I believe.
thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jorge
was
Polanco
terrible
can have
last
They got
a
year.
decent
they
year.
got Cal Raleigh behind the plate.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I forgot
Right.
about him. Big
Mhm.
dumper.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I'm gonna
best hitting
take
catcher
They're
in the
like
not
league.
bad.
Yeah.
a comeback player of the year, like truly, if I was thinking of one, I have Jorge Polanco. Without a doubt.
That's just because you like him on MLB The Show.
No. I've always like this voice. I'm a big switch hitter guy. So, but I mean, maybe I'm a little biased because he's God on MLB The Show.
He's really
It's
good on
okay.
MLB The Show. He's really good on MLB The Show.
All right, moving on to the National League East. What are we thinking, boys? Joseph, you start us off.
I would say, pretty good division. You know, you got the Braves, you got the Mets, you got the Phillies, Nationals, and Marlins. They're a little shaky.
hmm
I'm gonna go with the Mets. You know, they got Juan Soto now. They've brought back Pete Alonso. Francisco Lindor seems like he's finally starting to get comfortable being a Met and being in New York. I think Soto's gonna win MVP, and I think Lindor will be either the second or the third vote leading getter for MVP. I got the Mets. I'm not high on the Phillies this year.
Beautiful.
I don't think
Beautiful.
many people are very high on the Phillies this year, in my opinion.
They shouldn't be. If they are, then oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Jackson, your turn, my friend.
So my pick for the NL East is the Atlanta Braves. I love the Jurickson Profar pickup. Love it so
Great
much.
pickup.
I'm hoping he can at least channel 80% of what he is or was
Former
last
number
year,
one
I should say.
prospect.
Took him a while to get going. Took him a long, over 10 years to get going, something like that.
But
A while.
he
Took him a
picked it
long. Yes, he was so good last year. I love that signing for them. Acuna, hopefully he's not 100% yet. Hopefully he'll be back by late April, early May. Once they get him back, that clubhouse is going to be so much better. Spencer Strider's coming back. I don't like that they lost Max Fried. I really don't like that. I feel like they didn't do enough in the offseason to really solidify themselves as like a true World Series contender, but I also don't really like the division that they're in. I think they're kind of lucky, I guess you could say, because you got the Nationals, who are probably the biggest 50-50 team in the league. They could be either really good or they could be really bad. The Marlins are the Marlins. We already know that. Phillies, I don't even have the Phillies making the playoffs. I think they're going to probably even finish below 500. I do not like that Phillies team. The Mets, it was really obviously it's a toss-up between the Mets and the Braves. The Mets, they're a good team, but I think that Atlanta Braves clubhouse, I think Matt Olson and Austin Riley are going to bounce back. Cuna's going to come back. That clubhouse is going to be a lot better. Spencer Strider is going to help that rotation. I got the Braves.
Yeah, and I'm following that up also with the Braves. Sorry, Joseph. I hate to say it.
Right.
Mets finishing second. I did like the mention of Pete Alonso. I think he brings a lot to that Mets team. I think he is obviously a fan favorite. People love him. Home run straw, he's that guy. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Jackson. Jurickson Profar pickup completely is gonna change that team. I think he's the guy that can solidify that team as what they need to be to make it back to the World Series. I think Matt Olson and Austin Riley. Austin Riley didn't have a down year. Matt Olson had a terrible year last year. Did not like his play at all. He didn't show much effort on the diamond either. Just wasn't there for some reason. I think losing Acuna again kind of just derailed
Losing
that team
Acuna
a
and
lot.
Strider completely derailed that whole team morale.
And, yeah, Strider coming back. You got Chris Sale in that rotation as well. They have a good pen. I like the odds of the Braves taking that division. So, Joseph, back over to you. National League Central, what are we thinking here?
Talk about a scrappy division.
Yeah.
Not like a team, I would say. There's no team in this division that I think is just far and above better than the other teams, and there's no team that I think is just far and below worse than all the other teams. Got the Reds, they got a young core. Pirates, they got some good pitching. Brewers are always the Brewers. Somehow, doesn't matter. They're always around 500. Cubs, I love what they've been doing. Cardinals are the one team that I could maybe see that probably will be below 500, which is crazy to say that the Cardinals are going to be below 500. I'm going to go with the Cubs. I think it's going to be a tight race between the Cubs and the Brewers coming down to the end in September, but I'm going to go with the Cubs. I like everything they're doing. Kyle Tucker, I think, is going to be outstanding at Wrigley. Yeah, I love the Cubs.
I like it. Jackson, what do you think?
Beautiful. Obviously, I touched on it earlier. I mean, Kyle Tucker's my NL MVP pick, so I'm going with the Cubs. I think losing Devin Williams for the Brewers is going to hurt a lot more than they think it's going to. They traded him away, right? It wasn't even free agency. They just traded him.
Traded him.
It's going to hurt a lot more than they think. I think they kind of made that decision off of that Pete Alonso go-ahead home run in Game 3, which I completely disagree with. I think the Brewers, with them, it's going to have to be Christian Yelich being healthy, which is why I'm not very high on them, but I am extremely high on the Cubs because you got Kyle Tucker, that rotation. The top three, was it Justin Steele, Imanaga?
Yeah, Imanaga, and then
I can see his face. I can't think of his name, but you guys know who I'm talking about. Their top three in their rotation's great. The other two, bullpen's solid. It's not great. It's not like, I wouldn't say it's top 10, but it's definitely not like bottom 10. Their lineup, Dansby Swanson, I think he's going to have a bounce back hitting wise. His glove's always going to be there. It's Dansby Swanson. We know that. Kyle Tucker, MVP pick. Obviously, I think he's going to be great. Just all around, I think the Cubs are the best well-rounded team in the NL Central.
It's a good pick. I'm going to spice it up a little bit. I am going with the Cincinnati Reds. But yeah, I really like Cincinnati this year. Who was the one that said Matt McClain? Was that
me?
Jackson? Yeah. I really like Matt McClain this year. I like TJ Friedel a lot. Ellie De La Cruz is obviously still there, and big offseason pickup, I think, Brady Singer.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he can change that team around when they need it. I think he has a good pitch mix. I think he can locate when he needs to. I mean, we were watching him for years. That season that he had when he faced New York twice, and I think he struck out 12 both times. Whoo, man, that was one of the years to watch him play baseball because he was just ungodly good for 15 straight
Solid.
outings.
Yep.
Yeah.
15 straight. It was magical to watch.
Yeah, just unreal. But yeah, I love the youth. I love what they're building there. I think the atmosphere is also good. They have a great stadium. It's nice to look at, and a good team surrounding them as well. So, Joseph, what are we thinking for the National League West to end it off?
Feel like this is a no-brainer. Is the Dodgers. I mean, when you spend $1 billion, you're gonna have a good team.
Yeah,
I mean, the guys, the lineup they have.
Deferral.
I mean, they got Mets, they got Betts, they got Ohtani, they got Freeman. They brought back Teoscar Hernandez. Now they got Roki Sasaki. Shohei Ohtani's gonna start pitching again. I mean, this Dodgers team may win the most games of all time. I think it's definitely a possibility.
That team is just unreal, man. I'm so mad that they can do what they're doing and just no penalties whatsoever. I mean, they're deferring about $1 billion.
Deferring, right? Yep.
Watch out for the Diamondbacks, though.
No,
I think Diamondbacks they're gonna win 90+ games, but it's not gonna be enough when it's the Dodgers.
Man. It's just not happening. Jackson, what are we thinking over here?
Speaking of the Diamondbacks, I have the Diamondbacks taking the NL West.
Ooh.
Woo! That's a big
Now,
pick right
Hot
there.
take, hot take.
Now, don't get me wrong. The Dodgers are gonna be a great team. I love this Diamondbacks team, man. Their lineup is stacked. Their rotation, Zach Gallen. This might be a hot take. He's gonna be top 3 in Cy Young. Zach Gallen is bouncing back. Book it. Sorry. Corbin Burns, Zach Gallen.
Josh Naylor
Love their
now,
bullpen.
too.
Josh Naylor at first base. Not a great defensive first baseman, but it's first base. You don't need a great defensive first baseman. He's going to hit tanks. Their lineup is great. I wish they didn't lose Jordan Walker, but it's business. It's just going to happen. But I do have the Diamondbacks honestly winning 105-plus games. I'm that confident in this Diamondbacks team.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm going to just have to side with Joe. I don't really want to talk about it too much. I hate the Dodgers. I don't like talking about them. I don't like speaking about them, but it's the obvious pick here. Yeah, I'm going with the Los Angeles Shitters. Alrighty. Yeah, that's enough for me.
Yeah, they're going to be good.
Mood. I do not like that team at all. Alrighty. What else are we thinking for tonight?
Hot takes, man.
Some hot takes.
Hot takes.
Okay.
Do some AL hot takes. Do some NL hot takes.
Okay.
I can start it off for the AL side. An AL hot take: the now Sacramento Athletics get a wild card spot.
Yes, I love it.
I think them moving out of Oakland. Now their owner, I forget his name, real piece of shit because he just forced them out of Oakland.
Yep.
But I think in Sacramento now, I think they're going to have a little bit of a culture change, get away from Oakland and all the off-the-field stuff with them moving cities and going to Vegas in the future. I think they got a lot of young guys. Lawrence Butler could be a guy that's going to probably hit 30, 40 homers, driving 100. And then Brent Rooker, who Royals had at one point, has turned out to be some guy that can drive in also 100 runs. I got the Oakland A's getting a wild card spot.
I like it a lot. Yeah. I like it a lot. Definitely a hot take because the new stadium they're playing at, it's a minor league stadium, right? So obviously it's not going to be as big as a major league stadium. So other teams are also going to take advantage of that. But I can definitely see they picked up. Who'd they pick up? It wasn't Severino, was it? Was it Severino?
It was Severino. They did get Severino.
They picked up Severino. They picked up Leclerc. They had a really good offseason, and I feel like nobody's talking about it.
They got one of the best closers in baseball already in Mason Miller, too.
Leclerc's going to be... Hopefully he can go back to 2023 playoff Leclerc.
Yep.
He's going to be a great setup man if he can.
I like it. My hot take, I think... If the Royals do not go all the way, I think the AL team to watch this year is the Detroit Tigers. I am very, very high on that team. I think obviously Riley Green has been good. I think this is the year he solidifies himself as one of the top players in the league, and I know that sounds crazy. But I love what he can do on the diamond. I love his outfield. I love that he can run the bases. I love that he has speed. I love that he can swing the bat. He's a cycle guy waiting to happen at any moment. I think he was top 5, top 8 in triples last year.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he was pretty close up
there. That ballpark.
I mean, and he likes to hit the gaps a lot. He's very good down the line as well. Great stance. I mean, not stance, but great eye at the plate, obviously. Dude can walk, can swing it.
Plays good outfield, too.
Yeah, very, very good center fielder. So that is my pick for hot takes. All right, Jackson, do you want to get us started on the NL hot takes for tonight?
Joey, I'm sorry about this, but I have the Mets missing the playoffs.
I'm not a Mets guy.
I'm not very high on him. Pete Alonso, that whole situation this offseason, I feel like that's gonna negatively affect team morale. Juan Soto getting $750 million to be a DH is absurd, absolutely absurd. Lindor, obviously he's Lindor, he's gonna be great. I don't really like Vientos. I don't like Alvarez. I don't really like their starting pitching either. I mean, their starting pitching's good. Don't get me wrong. I don't know if it can be as good as it was last year, especially with losing Severino. I think they spent a little too much money on Juan Soto and focused a little too much on him when they could have. Obviously, Juan Soto's a generational player. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on Juan Soto. But I think they focused a little too hard on him and not places where they actually needed players. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. No, 100%.
I have them missing the playoffs.
Yeah, and I completely agree with that. I think I know exactly what you're saying. They need more depth. I think when you're a team like the Mets and you give somebody the highest contract in MLB history, you have to have people surrounding him. And I think that Francisco Lindor and Pete Alonso are good enough to be able to surround him, but I don't like the other surrounding cast at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do like the pitching, though. So there's that. My hot
Matthew,
take for this year is Matt Olson. I'm taking him over 120 RBIs this year. I really am high on that Braves team. I like Profar hitting second. When Acuna comes back, Olson will obviously be hitting fourth. I think that lineup's going to be Acuna, Jerickson, Profar, Austin Riley, and the Matt Olson. He has people that can get on before him. He's done it multiple times in his career. He's a home run guy. He's got a little bit of clutch in him, but he just has that power. And I think with people on in front of him, he can finally gain some confidence, and he can get a little bounce back year and get those 120 RBIs. I think if I'm really going hot, 150 is a good spot.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. I might need to call the fire department after that one. Wow, that is a lot of RBIs.
Might be a little
It's a lot of.
I would not place your money on 150 plus RBIs.
I would never place money on 150 RBIs. That's why I just said 120. And if it really came down to it, 150. But I am not a betting man. Wink, wink.
I'll give you 130, maybe. Definitely not 150.
Yeah, that's why I stuck 120. I like 120 a lot. I think that's a realistic spot to sit.
For sure. I like that. I like that a lot.
What else?
Another NL hot take I got. Sandy Alcantara.
Yes.
He's going to be coming. Alcantara. He's going to be coming back for the Marlins, and I think he could be a guy top 3 in Cy Young voting, if not win it.
I like it a lot. I really
come back.
Like that.
I believe he had an injury. His Cy Young year, he was great. I mean, he's got some filthy stuff, a lively fastball, a slider that just darts off the plate, a sinker to go with it. He's nasty.
I like it. Jackson,
I like it a lot. So I got 2 more. I'm just going to stick to 1 for now. I'm praying this man stays healthy. I think Christian Yelich returns to MVP form. I'm not saying he's going to win it, but I think he can return to MVP form. We saw what he did before he had that back injury last year. He was fantastic. Loved him. If he can just stay healthy for 110, 115, 120-ish games, I think he can return to MVP form. And I don't think he'll carry the Brewers to the division crown, but I can definitely see them getting into the wild card and making some noise in the playoffs if Christian Yelich can stay healthy.
I like it.
Which is a big if.
This is gonna surprise you guys. It might not. I have Jung-Hoo Lee 100+ hits this year.
Yes, Matthew. Yes, I love it.
Let's go. Yeah, woo! Matthew with a good hot take. Yeah,
love it.
Started, baby. No, I love Jung-Hoo Lee. I think he got hurt last year, right? That's why he stopped playing. He was a single king. He's got speed. He can beat out the infield hit. He's got a good stance, great straight through swing. He doesn't go for home runs. I mean, he's right there, especially in that ballpark. How big it is over in San Francisco. I really like the idea of Jung-Hoo Lee covering 100 hits this year.
Oh, I love that. I love that, Matthew. Oh my God, yes.
Yes.
Breakout player of the year candidate too.
Yeah.
By the way.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah. I like that a lot. What else are we thinking?
If I could go back to the AL, the guy I just remembered that I am praying will stay healthy is Mike Trout.
Oh. Yeah.
I can remember watching Mike Trout as a young lad and just being absolutely amazed by this guy's skill. Talk about a guy that could do it all. If he could stay healthy, which another big if. Part of the reason I think is it's that shitty Angels organization. I think they are terrible on player development and keeping guys healthy.
Yeah, Rendon is the best. I mean, Rendon and Trout. The fact that Trout has been hurt
Yeah,
this many
even when
times.
Ohtani was there, he couldn't stay healthy.
I think Ohtani was hurt because of the Angels, right? I think that's what
I
started
think
it
he
all.
was.
Would-
Yeah, that's what
would
started it.
surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty
So
sure that's
if Mike
what
if Mike
started it all.
if Mike Trout could stay healthy, he could be a guy that win an MVP or be like comeback player of the year.
No, I like
Isn't
it as
he
well.
moving to the corner outfield this year?
Yes, he is. He's moving to right
he's moving to
field.
corner. Yeah, so he's
I
not
I
going to
think they're gonna
be
have a. I think they're gonna have
not as much stretch
Adele
on
play center
stress.
field.
No, I think
Well, like-
you say Adele? Yes, Adele.
Yeah,
Adele will
I think they're
probably
gonna
be
have
playing center
Adele
field.
play
Yes.
center.
And then they're
and
gonna
then
have
move Trout to right.
Yep, and then Moniak I think will be in left field. Or Moniak
Yeah.
might
Somebody
be in
that
center,
Matthew
or-
wanted the Royals to trade for was Joe Odell, wasn't it?
No.
Or no, that was Luis Rengifo.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, I
Rengifo.
forgot about him. And then
Rengifo.
he got hurt. He got hurt right after that.
Yep, right after. Literally like a
Right
game
after.
after I think the trade deadline.
The trade deadline,
He did something to
yep.
his labrum, I think. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, he dove headfirst in the second on a stolen base.
And hurt his
Something,
shoulder. Hurt
Yep.
his shoulder.
unfortunately. All right, my final hot take. You guys are definitely not going to agree with this. Definitely not. So brace yourselves. I have the Dodgers finishing with under 90 wins this upcoming season. It sounds crazy. But I think Shohei's World Series hangover is going to affect them. I'm predicting that Shohei will have a World Series hangover. Obviously, Mookie Betts, a guy that's been there, he won't have one. Freddie Freeman, he won't have one. But I think Shohei having this World Series hangover will affect them so much more than they think. Their rotation, great. Very injury-prone rotation. You don't want to have Dustin May, what did he do, choke on a salad and
Yep.
Yeah.
Little Caesar
It's
salad
something-
for his
yeah.
esophagus.
like
Oh my
Tony Gonsolin literally is in the hospital every other week.
Tyler Glasnow, I think, is the only one that's truly healthy on that rotation.
Kershaw
No,
can't stay healthy.
Glasnow
Glasnow can't
is
stay healthy either.
glass.
Is he really?
Glass
He's
now.
glass.
Yes,
Yeah,
bro.
He didn't even pitch
He-
at the end of the year.
I don't think he's
Yeah,
ever
too
had
many
more than
innings.
150 innings pitched. Tyler
Yeah.
Glass,
Maybe I was wrong.
their rotation is so injury prone.
It's because
I
he
don't
white
see the
knuckles the ball.
Yep. I do not see their rotation staying healthy. I don't see Otani having a. He's going to have a great year, but it's not going to be 50-50. I don't even think it's going to be 40-40, let alone 30-30. I think he'll go like 35-19. I don't think he'll be the MVP. I don't think he'll finish top 3 in the MVP. I think the Dodgers are going to not even win 90 games.
Wow. It's a big one right there.
Oof.
I'm going to make a
They're
hot
still
take.
going to make the playoffs. They're still going to make the playoffs. Don't get me wrong. They will still make the playoffs, but they're not winning the division, and they're not winning 90 games.
I have a hot take. I think
Let's hear it.
Anthony Rendon plays his first 60 games in the last
He's already
5
hurt.
years.
He's already hurt.
Give me
I-
60
He's
games.
already
got a hot-
hurt.
I got a hot take. I don't think Anthony Rendon ever plays baseball again.
I don't
That
disagree
that
with
would be more realistic because
Yeah.
Anthony Rendon's already hurt.
Yeah.
He's out for the
Jesus,
year,
I-
isn't he?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I
I think
so.
I think he's gonna miss some time.
Yeah, I think he'll miss a
He's-
lot in the beginning. But
He's gonna get hurt during rehab, and he's gonna be out for the. We all know
He's
that.
going to pull it to Rico.
I would never prey on somebody's injury, but Anthony Rendon is
He's on
going
the
to get hurt
60-day
during
IL
rehab.
already?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
The last contact he made was with that Athletics fan in the stands, wasn't it?
So far with the Angels, in 2020 is a 60-game season. He played 52 games, so that's quite a bit. Then the next year he played 58, then 47, then 43, then 57.
Almost got
You
to
see the-
60.
Bro,
He
did you
almost
see
got
the-
there.
It's happening this
Did
year,
you
I
see
promise.
Did you see the stat where it was like Ted Williams when he served
Yes,
in World War
he
during
played
World War
more-
II
he
played more baseball
games
games than Rendon has
Rendon
as an
has.
Angel?
Yep. Since the contract started. That's hilarious, bro.
Gosh.
Oh my gosh.
He literally got the bag and then dipped.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Do we want to
Wait, I have
end
one
it
more.
with
I
like
have
our
one more
World
hot
Series
take.
pick?
I have one
All
more
right.
hot take. I have one more hot take. Zach Neto leads the Angels in batting average. Zach Neto.
Zach
Oh,
Neto,
another
I
guy
like
Matt
that.
was high on.
Love me some
Yeah.
Neto.
Oh yeah.
All
I
right.
like that.
You wanted the Royals to trade for him, didn't you?
So badly.
Mm-hmm.
I love his talent. Good shortstop, but I like the bat a lot more. More
Yeah.
contact guy. He can work the gaps.
All right. So for my World Series pick and who I think is going to be in the World Series and who's going to win the World Series, I hate to say it, Los Angeles Dodgers beating the Boston Red Sox in the World Series. I think Dodgers, just that rotation, that lineup, they even got a great bullpen. I think they'll probably make a move at the All-Star break for maybe like, I don't know, they might get Guerrero and they won't even, they'll have to find a spot for him. I don't know. They'll make some big move or splash at the All-Star break. Maybe get like Scooble if the Tigers stink, or they'll do something. I think they'll beat the Red Sox. I got the Red Sox not winning the division, but get into the World Series with wild card team.
I like it.
I like it. Jackson, what are you thinking here?
I have my AL team. The NL is so top heavy that it's
Wishy-washy.
really tough.
Yep.
Because you got the Dodgers. I think the Diamondbacks can do it. I think the Padres can do it.
Cubs could sneak
The
in
only
there.
the only thing that scares me about the Padres is the whole Dylan Cease situation, because I've heard that they might be trying to shop him. So I'm not too high on the Padres, but I definitely think they can make a splash. Obviously the Braves, when Acuna, if he stay healthy, comes back. I have the Red Sox representing the American League, and for the National League, I don't know, man. That's really tough. For the National League, I think I have to go with the Diamondbacks, man. I love that team.
It's a good call.
The winner in 6 games in their home stadium is going to be the Arizona Diamondbacks.
All right.
I like it.
Damn, I like it.
Also, another hot take. Jordan Montgomery has a huge bounce back year.
No, I like that. I like Montgomery a lot. I agree with that take too.
Now that he gets a full spring training, yep.
Yeah, he's got stuff, man. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. Obviously, I think kind of anyone in their right mind right now is not taking the Yankees. We all hate the Yankees. I am also going with the Boston Red Sox in the American League. I think we've talked about that enough. What we love about that team, pitching rotation is just nuts. But I am taking the Boston Red Sox in 5 against the Atlanta Braves. I think the Braves, if they can get that lineup rolling and they can get that rotation going and the bullpen kind of locked in a little bit, I think that team has a chance to splash. As I said, Matt Olson, I think, is going to have a massive breakout year again.
150 RBIs.
Yeah. I think there's a very
80,
I think
80
there's
plus
a very oh my god, I wish, bro. I think there's a very real chance that if he does play normal ball, he can get to around 40 to 50 home runs again though. I think he had 39 last year. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he was right around there, yeah. Alrighty, well, this was the Boys Talking Ball podcast. I hope you all have a good night.
BTB. Boys Talking Ball.
Yeah, BTB. Boys Talking Ball. Bro, let the intrusive thoughts win.